Make yourself a cup of tea to warm you up, because this video will warm your heart as you're about to see the best acts of kindness. Let's start with a video where an elderly man, while loading groceries into his car, drops some apples and runs to pick them up. A man nearby seizes the chance to rummage through the trunk, but suddenly an elderly woman spots the thief, gives him a good kick, and locks him inside the trunk. The waitress's skirt slipped down while she was carrying an order, and customers began laughing. Some even started filming, but everything changed when a little girl walked over and wrapped her own t-shirt around the waitress's waist. Her mother also ran up to help. Thanks to their kindness, the waitress was able to deliver the order. During a football match, a young fan's team flag flew under the stands, leaving him in tears. The kids sitting right behind him decided to cheer him up. One quietly placed a cap on his head, while the other handed him some popcorn and invited him to sit with them. Two guys in love were hugging each other in a store, gently touching shoulders and enjoying their moment. But some shoppers began whispering behind their backs. A young mom even covered her child's eyes, and one store employee, who shouldn't have intervened, asked them to leave. That's when the manager stepped in. She defended the couple with firm words and fired the rude employee for her inappropriate behavior. A little girl holding a loaf of bread politely asked a man in the store if she could go ahead of him. He smiled and agreed. But right after her, the girl's mom showed up with a full cart and began unloading everything onto the counter, taking advantage of the man's kindness. Surprised by her audacity, the man decided to teach her a lesson. He secretly slipped an item into her jeans pocket. Earlier, the man noticed how the little girl's mom was treating her. Every time the girl asked for something joyful like candy, a toy, or chocolate, the mom firmly said no. He quietly took note of everything she wished for: sweets, a big plush toy, and even a colorful hair clip. After the incident at the store, while the irritated mom was loading groceries into the car, the man gently approached the girl and handed her a bag with all the things she had dreamed of. The girl's face lit up with joy as she hugged the toy. A man at a restaurant forgot his phone and left. Another man sitting nearby noticed it, hesitated for a moment, and walked over. Holding the phone, he briefly considered keeping it, but then shook his head and chose to report it to a staff member. Just then, the man who had forgotten the phone returned and revealed it was a social experiment. A young mother, distracted by a phone call, seemed to forget the stroller she had left right behind a car. As the car began moving toward it, she didn't even notice. Suddenly, a dog jumped out of the vehicle and started pulling the stroller away from danger. The mother immediately realized what was happening, dropped her phone, and ran to the stroller. The driver rushed out as well, and everyone was amazed by the dog's incredible instincts. On her daughter's birthday, the mom focused more on taking memory photos than spending real time together, growing frustrated that her daughter wasn't posing properly. At one point, she even took away the girl's ice cream and threw it in the trash. The daughter glanced sadly at her friends playing nearby, and finally she chose happiness over the photos and ran off to join them. An elderly woman selling flowers got hungry and stepped into a pizzeria. She pulled out some coins, trying to afford a slice. Meanwhile, a young man quietly left $40 and took a bouquet. When she returned and saw her flowers gone, she looked upset until she noticed the money and her face lit up. This girl clearly inherited her math skills from her mom, who's a math teacher. She's the top student in her class and can solve equations in seconds while her classmates are still figuring them out. Even her little sister isn't far behind. Already in first grade, she knows how to multiply while her peers are just starting to learn it. Give us know in the comments which moment you liked the most, and if you want to see more, click the pop-up on the screen.